talk about the team sprint a bunch. Shitty conditions. It was snowing then, wasn't it? Yeah, well,
It was brutal. Yeah, it was
yeah,
terrible.
it was terrible.
Yeah, but I told you though I like that. Didn't I mention earlier I like Julia Kern?
Like what?
That I was a big fan of Julia Kern.
Yeah, boy,
I called that one.
Yeah, I want to say something about her in that sprint too.
Do you want to do the introduction?
No.
I'll do the introduction.
Yeah.
We're a little late. Merry Christmas. It's the day after Christmas. It's taken us a while to get to the same location so that we can shoot a follow-up on Planica.
That
Sprint
was
weekend.
So long ago, about almost forgotten it.
Yeah. Yeah. It
4 or
was
5 days. Yeah, well,
yeah. Nothing much happened.
no. It was a sort of a non-race Sunday.
Yeah.
The sprint was good.
Saturday though.
Did you notice, I don't think the Norwegian women came to the Saturday sprint.
What do you mean?
They
just kept falling all over each other. They had their best sprinters there.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Well,
they took each other out.
well, then what happened Sunday?
They won.
Norwegian women, no.
Oh, no.
No, the Swedes took.
Swedes won. Yeah, the Norwegian men won.
Yeah, more Norwegian men.
Well, let's
came.
talk about Saturday first,
Yeah,
because there
Saturday.
actually is something fun to talk about.
Oh, yeah, there is. That's
Do you
good.
want to say it or do you want me to say it?
Well, I want to say something about Julia Kern.
Yeah.
I saw her finish that sprint, V2 freestyle. I think on the flats, I've never seen a female ski faster. I think she's probably the fastest female on a V2 on the flat. I don't know, but as if she's fantastically fast. She's great.
She looked really good. She
Yeah.
had a great day. And she had, dominant power all day. She looked great. She could pull the trigger anytime. She
Yeah.
skied off the front of her quarter. She was great. Now, Julia had a lot of help from some luck. Skiers bumping into each other. She kept coming through unscathed.
Yeah.
I think almost every time someone has a breakthrough result on the World Cup in sprints, they get helped out by some luck.
Yeah.
You know, like when Sophie won that classic sprint in Tour de Ski and she just tagged onto the back of Megan's skis and then had fast skis and bloop, bloop, bloop. And,
That's right.
her skis delivered her on the finish.
Well, it's a crapshoot. Every sprint's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
You know, they have guys cutting each other off. Some people get blocked in, and
So call it what you'd like, but Julia Kern has arrived.
Yeah.
Julia scored points in the sprint in Davos. She scored points in the distance race in Davos. She ditched Charlotte Kalla on the descent in the distance race in Davos, and she showed up in Planica ready to go.
I'm wondering. Yeah, that's looking ahead. We talk about that in a minute. The Tour de Ski, but that was good. Good sprints. Yep. And U.S. 3rd and 4th isn't bad for the women in the sprint.
Sophie looked off a little bit. She didn't look great.
Yeah.
Not as good as Davos.
No, that's right. That's right. Well, you can sort of see when they're skiing in a pack. Well, like the team race on Sunday. Team race. That was a non-race.
Well,
That's
wait. Don't you want to talk about the men's sprint on?
The men's sprint. Didn't pay much attention to the men. Oh, well, the Swedes didn't come to the race. The Norwegians did well. Norwegian men were there. Swedish men didn't come. In the women's race, the Swedish women were there. The Norwegian women came, but they didn't score. It's very interesting how that lines up that way, because those two countries, they hate each other when it comes to competition. You know, when they can win one sex, they're happy. But if they lose both races, men's and women's, that's bad news.
You got to say something about Lucas Shanava. I saw somewhere, and so he won.
Yes.
And he looked fantastic. He looked great. And
another Frenchman there, who Juve or something.
Juve was good. Yep. But Shanava
and Pellegrino.
I would say Shanava was one of the top skate sprinters in the world without question. But apparently that was his first podium on a World Cup.
Huh.
I mean, that's what I saw. I saw some fist post about that or something.
Okay.
Which shocked me because I always consider him to be one of the.
I don't follow them so closely.
Anyway, that's something to say.
But they're good. Yeah, they had 2 in the top tier there, 2 out of 3 or something.
Yep.
Pellegrino was in there.
Yep.
And no Swedes though. Yep. So, yeah, that was a decent race. But if we shift to Sunday.
Now, Sunday, when you've got Julia in 3rd and Sophie in fourth in the individual sprint on Saturday, you figure you're a shoo-in for a podium.
That's right.
On Sunday. You
Yeah.
just have to be. You have to, like, anything less than a podium is a failure. Hey Gunnar, we're taping. You want to come be on the show?
So, yeah,
You pretty much just need to sit back.
so anyway, yeah, didn't work out though.
It didn't work out. I mean, it was a colossal failure. They had now. I have gone ahead and said I was going to comment on skis. It's not politically
Yeah.
correct to say something about skis when they're not good. They were terrible.
Yeah.
Sophie's skis in particular looked awful in that team sprint, and I purposely didn't write her anything to find out because I didn't want her to tell me that she had bad skis, at which point I couldn't say that she had bad skis because it would have come from her.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, she had bad skis. when Julia tagged her before Sophie's last lap, Julia's second lap, Julia went to the front, put the team into the lead, tagged Sophie with a clear lead, and by the end of the straight out of the tag zone, Sophie was in fifth.
Yeah.
Because as soon as she pushed on her ski, it died. At half weight, the ski was gliding downhill okay, not well.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie normally makes skis look really fast.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
put Sophie on terrible skis and she'll make them look good. So
Yeah.
she's a great person to wax for. But those were terrible skis. That's the first big miss I've seen from the team.
Well, that's
this year.
too bad, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big miss. I didn't think.
Well, you can
Julia's
also
were as
tell
bad.
when Sophie was in a line, third or fourth or fifth, they're all lined up, and she wasn't relaxed. She was skating, she was keeping up, but she was having to work to keep up.
Yeah.
And usually she'd be coasting and kind of picking her nose and skiing along behind them, but no, that was too bad.
It was hard conditions. I mean,
Yeah. And it wasn't-
snowflakes the size of golf balls, and
Yeah.
it reminded me of Val de Fiemme team sprint when Diggins and Keegan first won world championships. Right before, early in the day, there were just huge
And they had
huge
good-
snowflakes. They had
he-
great skis that
Yeah,
day.
they had the best wax.
Yeah, that was Randy Gibbs.
Yeah.
Kept putting stuff on the snow, and the whole team did great work that day. And
Yeah.
I have no background on Planica, but I know those guys must be really frustrated and disappointed by that result because
Yeah.
that was a podium,
Yeah.
if not you can't say they're going to beat the Swedish women, but my word, if there was a chance, that was it.
Yeah. But the Swedish women have really established themselves. I'll be interested to see if they'll have a relay sometime, probably a 4x5 relay, see if the Swedes can hold up, because the Norwegians will have this Johag probably. If they have a steep 5K course, a lot of hills, I'd run the Johag last.
I don't think they have another relay. They had
I don't know.
They
I
had
don't
the
know the
relay.
schedule, yeah.
Well, they had it already in Norway.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? They ran a relay.
So,
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, they had it in Lillehammer.
I don't know.
Is there another relay on the calendar?
I don't know. Do they normally have more than one? Or? Yeah.
Could be.
Lati. Is that a team sprint? No. Hey, look at that. In Lati, we've got a 4x5 and a 4x7.5. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, that'd be good.
We can call that our World Championship
That'll be
relay. That's
good. Yeah,
March.
that-
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
I'm
And
looking forward to that.
The Finns will do a little better being on home ground.
Yeah.
But that'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, 4x5, you can't count US out.
Uh,
And 4x5.
No, I mean, U.S. has to be a favorite for a medal at this point with Julia skiing that fast. And
Yeah.
keep in mind, Julia's been on the points 3 times in a row, including in distance, and they left her off the relay team in favor of Sophie in Lillehammer. I mean, it's a good team. There are
Yeah.
options. There are great options. Kind of glossed right over Simi
In the
and
sprints.
Soldier and
In the sprints.
Hanneman in the sprints.
Yeah,
I mean,
well-
we never even mentioned the U.S. men. They qualified 3 again, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they qualified. And then they got beaten a little bit.
Yeah, they did. Bolger qualified 16th. That's quite good. Simi 27 and Logan 28.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad. That's fine. Not very fast for Simi. How do you get through?
Lucky loser.
He's going for the record. Simi must be going for the season record for lucky loser advancements.
Yeah. But then he
Oh
got.
man, he was in the right heat. He just needed to be about like second and a half.
Well, he
faster.
needed to not be last in his heat.
Yeah, he needed to be like second and a half faster through.
So
that.
12th, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see Kevin sneak in there for something a little better after a really promising qualifying.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
And Logan, but you know those guys. Logan skied himself out of that last bracket. He finished 5th in his quarter. So these are steps forward for those guys. That's good. That's a very competitive field.
Yeah.
It's competitive, stacked with top level sprinters, but it is interesting how uncompelling these races are when all the real top overall skiers are resting for the Tour ski.
Yeah.
So you just didn't have anyone there who's really going for
Yeah.
the overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of nice though that this year people are actually going to be focusing on the tour, and that's going to be a bigger event than it is in the other 3 years of the cycle.
so what do you think? What do you want to say about the Tour?
About which? The Tour.
Tour. Yeah.
Oh, well, I like 2 Russians in the men. 2 Russians in the top 5.
2 in the top 5. How many Norwegians in the top 5 for the men?
3?
Maybe 1.
Just one.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know.
Okay. One.
Sundby's off his feed.
Yeah.
I'd like him. Oh, Clabo. Well,
Clabo. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Clabo, I'd take him, yeah.
Yeah.
He might win, but I told you, I've been saying all season, Clabo's not in top form yet. So
No, but
he might get dusted on that climb. Oh, yes, what a climb.
We'll see.
Bolshanov and Usagov look pretty good to me
Yeah.
for the Russians.
Yeah, they do.
And maybe a Swede will sneak in there.
Which Swede?
I don't know. You know, there's some guy.
I mean, you got to come up with a name. You can't just say maybe a Swede. Like, oh, the Swedes have a
Well,
good team,
well.
but they don't really.
I don't know. I don't think Richardson. I don't know the man. There's this.
Rickardson's hasn't poked his nose in the wind. He's just not showing up. I don't know. I think Ivo Niskanen will be interesting because he's
Yeah.
been good in every distance race. That, you know, there are 2 sprints. The second day is a sprint, and the second to last day is a sprint. And that changes the complexion quite a lot because normally what happens is you get all-arounder who can sprint fast, poking right up to the top of the results.
Start list, yeah.
Well, the top of the standings in
Yeah,
the first 4 days because
Sure.
they jammed 2 sprints in there.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting tour, and the way the results develop, it's a little bit distance heavy until that final sprint. We'll see if any of the sprinters stick around.
Yeah. Sophie, I hear, she said she might ski in 2 to 4 races.
2 to 4.
2 to 4, she won't finish. Simi said he might try all of them.
Will he stay healthy?
Yeah, that's the question.
That'd be
hope
fun.
Bjorn said, I hope Eric does all
I
of
don't
them.
think Eric's starting. I don't think he's going back till after the tour. I think he'll be at U.S. Nationals. I'm not sure of that.
Who?
Eric
Bjornson?
Bjornsson. Yeah, he came home.
Oh, did he?
That's why when was the last time you saw him race? He wasn't in Davos.
No, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Norris, I wonder, is he home? No. Norris.
You know, I don't know who they've got starting in.
It'd be nice to see a couple guys go for the 7 races, you know.
Well, I don't know if we even have a couple guys skiing. This is the question.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, there have been years when we didn't enter anybody. So,
when?
what?
We've always started someone in the tour, haven't we?
No. Several years ago, I don't think we'd send all them in.
I need to look this up. I believe.
Yeah.
I believe we've always started.
I remember complaining about it, that we didn't start any men. But
It would have had to be like
then there are women.
a while ago.
I don't know. There's Diggins and Bjornsson for the women, and Brennan, and they have a shot.
I mean, we could put 3 in the top 10 overall. We should put 3 in the top 10 overall
Yeah.
finish.
at the top of the Alp.
That'd be good. That'd be impressive.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out. Let's see. Brennan. Sadie, Diggins. This good team there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Catherine Ogden's going over to ski the
really?
Tour de Ski because she earned it from period 1. So
Oh,
that'll be kind of fun. I'm curious to see. I mean, it's a tough thing. She's been focusing on collegiate skiing. She obliterated the Super Tour. She's in good shape. She's only going to get better as that event goes on.
but how old is she? That's 7 races.
Same age as Julia.
The same age as Julie.
Same. Oh.
As long as Catherine's happy waking up every morning and ski racing, it's not like she's going to get tired. She doesn't get tired.
Well, we'll see how she does. I wish her well. I mean, I think
Me too.
that's an awful introduction to World Cup racing. 7 races, 9 days.
That's
When
probably
the first couple races are over, when they have a break, we ought to.
We'll do daily. Should we do daily?
Good.
Think you can handle it? You just come
Well,
down
I
and
think
watch.
so.
And then
Yeah.
we can just turn it on right after we watch.
Sure.
I'm assuming our business is going to die off here after the holidays. I hope. And then we can get up in the morning, watch Tour de Ski,
Yeah.
have some
That
coffee,
makes it comments. Yeah,
make
that'd
some
be good.
comments. There we go.
Yeah.
We'll make it an effort.
Good.